Another Scottish Premiership game, another draw. Welcome back to Fog Football. Yesterday we saw Rangers draw 1 each with Motherwell. We saw Livy draw 2 each with Kelly. And today we saw another draw. And it was a score draw. It's none of these boring nil-nils. No. This was 2 each and this was a very fun game to watch. Falkirk, the return to the top flight in a long time, well over a decade, folks. Obviously, very interesting about Falkirk this season. You've got the likes of Brian Graham in there. You've got the likes of Scott Bain in there. Arfield obviously played last season for 6 months, but it's interesting to see him come back in terms of the Premiership and how's he going to get on against better opposition. And for the most part, I thought Falkirk delivered all right. As for Dundee United team, and I mean pretty similar to what we've seen midweek against Una Strazen. But in terms of the match, let's talk about it. So it was actually quite an even game between these two, end to end. And I don't know, man. See, just actually watching Falkirk and seeing like their stadium and it's actually like packed out. And I know they've only got 3 stands, folks, but it's so refreshing to see it in the league. It really, really is, and their style of football as well. None of this, you know, bloody behind 10 guys behind the ball, shite, launch it forward, hope for the best. I mean, it's just gun ho, and I believe when Falkirk's on Sky Sports this season now, I don't think there's going to be too many games of theirs on Sky Sports other than the Old Firm games, but when they will be on it and they're on TV, you're always entertained, man. There's always goals, there's always good things happening, but who deserved the draw of the day? Let's get into it. So, yeah, even enough game. Brian Graham, he was sniffing about getting himself involved. A couple of shots went over. Dundee United looked the most threatening going into the end of the first half, as Waters makes it, or Waters, what do I want to call this guy? What? Stone Cold Steve Austin would be proud of this one, but essentially the cross comes in for the left. And who was it? Who was it at the back for Falkirk? It was, what's his name? His name's absolutely eluding me. Henderson. Henderson at the back, just, it's a weak ass clearance. It's something I'd associate with Robin Proper. Thankfully he's gone. And then what happened is it falls to big Waters, man, and he just puts it into the back of the net. Lovely finish. I mean, puts his boot through it, but just keeps it low, keeps it down, and it goes into the back of the net. And you're sitting there thinking, by God, that is an absolute fantastic finish there from Waters. Then we go into the second half, and big Spencer, he finds Dylan Tate, and Dylan Tate puts it into the back of the net. Again, another great goal. As we had some decent work down the right hand side here for Falkirk, but it eventually comes to Brad Spencer. He hits it back across, Dylan Tate into the back of the net, and it's 1 each. At this point, you're thinking, right, substitutions are probably going to be had in this regard, and they were. We've seen Nisbet come on and McIver also make way, well, not make way, came on, sorry, for Falkirk. Dundee United, they made their substitutions as well, and, Falkirk, they had to fight hard in this game just to get back into it. Dolchek, right, he then makes it 2-1 to Dundee United. Kamara plays it through to him. I mean, Chris Boyd, when he was analysing the game, said, like, oh, Dolchek got incredibly lucky here. It looks like he completely does the Falkirk defender in and just puts the ball into the back of the net. Again, I think there's very questionable goalkeeping here for Scott Bain. But can we be surprised? I mean, Scott Bain's the same guy, folks, that has barely played a game over. I mean, when was the last time Scott Bain played like more than 5 games a season? Honestly, do not know. Questionable goalkeeping here, but there's no need to fear because Ross, he makes it 2 each. Ball goes to Adams, he hits it to Ross, he shoots. A block is made from, I believe it was it Lovu? I think it might have been Lovu. And then it just trickles past Kukurenko in the net, and it just goes into the bottom right hand corner, and he's looking at his Dundee United defence like he's sitting there on double one. Falkirk then huffed and puffed towards the end. A few shots. They had a shot right about like the 97th minute, I believe it was, and he kind of just scuffed at it. Dundee United cleared it. It was John Beaton, the referee. It looked like John Beaton. And then that was it, folks. That was your whack. Falkirk 2, Dundee United 2. And it leaves the table as this. Well, actually, as soon as I say that, I believe the score is just in. Or no, it's in it's the 85th minute. It's over. So Hibs have defeated Dundee. So just to reiterate, this is the way the table currently stands. Hibs on 3, Falkirk on 1 for Livy, who are on 1, Dundee United on 1, Kelly, who are on 1, Motherwell, who are on 1, Rangers, who are on 1, and Celtic and St Mirren currently on 1, but that'll probably change anyway. Check out that match review very soon.